Hey, it's the guy with no name. Sorry about the delay in getting this video out. I was actually on a trip and just got back, so I figured better late than never. Also, different format. I'm in my backyard with my dog and thought, hey, might as well film my review of Season 2, Episode 1 of Loki. It's titled Ouroboros, and that's actually the name of a new character who's introduced in the show. Played by Ke Huy Quan, which, if the name sounds familiar, or if you're watching the episode and you just couldn't quite place where you'd seen the actor before, he actually played Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And also, he's had a kind of an acting renaissance, which is exciting to see. So, you probably already knew that, but in case you didn't, just thought I'd mention. Also, Tom Hiddleston is back as Loki. Owen Wilson is back as Mobius. And Sophia Di Martino is back as Sylvie, though she's a smaller part in this episode. I imagine she'll have a bigger part going forward. Oh, by the way, there is an in-credits scene, so keep that in mind. I know sometimes most of the episodes don't have in-credits scenes, but sometimes in these Disney Plus series I've noticed there are in-credits, so I wanted to point that out if you didn't see that. But yeah, I would say, so the interesting thing about this episode is if you're a big fan of Season 1 of Loki, I think you're going to love this. I think this will be exactly what you were looking for. It's more of the same. Like you could watch the end of Season 1 and jump right into this, and it's pretty seamless. So the downside is, if you weren't sure about Season 1 or didn't like it, I don't think this is going to change your opinion on the series. I mean, I know for me personally, I thought Loki started out strong, Season 1 that is, but it slowly fizzled out, and I think I only watched the episodes once through when they had come out, but I think I remember really thinking that they should have just combined the last two episodes in particular. Those had a lot of fluff and filler to me, and so I ultimately was disappointed in the show, but I thought I'd return and give Season 2 a shot. And luckily I'd heard that, if you didn't really like Season 1, I don't know, you might not love this, and I didn't love it, but I will say one thing about this episode. Whatever you want to say about it, it's definitely not boring. It starts off right away. There's no lead up. You jump right into it. And I think the pacing's great. There's a lot going on, but it's not too busy, at least in my opinion. I think the biggest complaints I have, aside from some plot conveniences that were just a little too unbelievable, like there's a character that jumps off the edge of something and lands in a perfect spot. It's like, how'd that happen? Or a certain character bumps into another character, and it just works out perfectly for them. You'll understand what I'm saying when you watch it, but if you haven't already, that is. But if you do, you'll let me know if you agree, because I just thought there were a few things that happened, and I was like, well, that's kind of lazy writing. They could have made it make a little more sense and not just be like, it's lucky. I don't like that. I don't like when people say, oh, well, it's just good luck. Anyways, the other big problem is it's very confusing, and deliberately so. There's a lot of things going on that are not explained on purpose, so it's kind of up to the viewer as to whether they can be, I guess, patient in not knowing what's going on and accepting that I'm not going to understand this for a bit, because they explain some stuff, but it's still very confusing. So I think that'll turn off some people. Me, I'm okay with that. I'm fine not understanding things right away and maybe them taking a while to explain stuff. I mean, I'm a big fan of the show Lost, so you kind of need to be okay with that if you like the show Lost. Also, I think there's some Doctor Who episodes that take some time to, maybe take a full season to explain certain things. And so I'm okay with that. So if you go in expecting that you're not going to understand it, I think you'll like it a lot more. So overall, I do think Season 2 is off to a good start. I'm curious to see, Episode 2 is just about to come out, actually. So I'm curious to see if Episode 2 can keep the momentum going. Because like I said, even though it's not like, oh wow, I hated Season 1 but love this episode, I still think there's a lot here that if they keep it going, I will like Season 2 more than Season 1, because my problem with Season 1 just had to do with it fizzling out. If this keeps it going, I think I'm going to be happy the more I think about it. So Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear if you've seen the episode and enjoyed it or not, or if you're gonna, let me know too if you're gonna keep going, keep watching the episodes. But definitely check out my other stuff if you like this video. I got episodes 1 through 8 of Ahsoka non-spoiler reviews. I also have 2 videos on Marvel's Secret Invasion, and then be on the lookout for a full spoiler-filled discussion of the whole series of Ahsoka. So I'm excited about that. Don't want to take up any more of your time. I appreciate you guys, and this is a guy with no name signing off.